Raven.
And I'm Ahmaad.
And we're the Hoods. Yeah.
Bam.
Welcome to Hood Tales, where we take you through the ups, downs, and merry-go-rounds of millennial marriage.
What's good?
Yeah, go ahead. Say hello to the peoples if you would like to say hello to the peoples. Today we're going to be talking about fighting, which I also really hate the word fighting, but how to fight fair. Because I don't know why I hate the word fighting. I don't know, because I don't like the thought of fighting with you. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Like, we may disagree.
Yeah.
You know, you may get on my nerves. But are we fighting? I don't know. I just don't like the word. But maybe we are.
I feel that.
But fighting, disagreeing is extremely normal. Disagreements are gonna happen, and they should. Because you're not married to the clone of yourself. Yeah. Not married to the clone of yourself, so the other person you're married to is gonna have different opinions, different views.
And they should.
Yeah, and it should, because you're not, you don't view the world the same way at all. And I've also realized that the things that we agree and disagree over have even changed in the 4 years. Wow, that's crazy. It's been a long time. In the 4 years that we were married, which is nuts. That sounds crazy. Like a crazy amount of time.
For sure.
I guess it's not, and it is all at the same time.
Yeah.
But even in that, there is a way to fight and a way not to fight. And I feel like something we established very early on in our relationship was like certain rules of engagement, whether intentional or unintentional. So what do you think? Well, not what do you think, because you know what they are. What are our rules of engagement?
Definitely it was intentional from jump, honestly. Especially coming from the family I come from. It was always a whole lot of, screaming, fussing.
A lot of rah-rah.
And I vowed.
Knocking and bucking and ready to fight. Yeah.
So, I vowed when I got married that I would not. Like, that's a hard stop, hard break, hard pause. I will leave you. Leave you. I hope she zooms in at this point. Because I mean it. Like, that's not something I want. That's so counterproductive to what we are trying to do in this marriage. So if I'm gonna be fighting and screaming and all of that, no, it's stupid. But yeah, no cussing.
Yeah, ain't no B word slipping out.
Nah, no. I don't even think it.
Nope.
No more.
But oh, you be thinking it. Really?
I made it funny.
It better just be a funny. I'll tell you that much.
Stay on subject. No, but yeah, no cussing. Definitely no physical. Also,
I kill him out.
A lot of people don't know Raven's strong.
I really am.
She's strong.
I don't look like it because I got big mama your arms.
Young Thanos out here.
No, I can throw a mean punch though.
Yeah, and you throw a mean punch at me, I got a mean leave you, okay?
Yeah, you always said that was your biggest deal breaker.
You gotta go. No, I don't do put on the hand, because if I gotta put my hand on you, oh no.
No, you always say if you ever put me in a position to where I feel like I need to put my hands on you, I gotta go. You ain't going nowhere, but that's what you be saying.
Okay, she don't be hitting me either.
No, why would I hit you? You don't ever do nothing to where I feel like I should put my hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never been in a position to where you have done something that has hurt me that bad, or, pissed me off to that level to where I feel like I need to put my hands on you.
I feel that.
Because if I do, problem is I would. It's a the problem is I would.
I know. In the minute you do, I gotta
go. It's just not. Another one of our rules of engagement is we leave our families out of it.
Yes. Mom, can't help you. Stay out of it.
Yeah, ain't no your mama this,
nah.
Your daddy did, your granny did, none of that. Which I think is also helped us.
For sure.
For sure. And I don't know we fight about family because we don't, but still, just that's just not something, you know what I'm saying? Your mom ain't gonna do what we talk about right now.
Right.
Even though if she may, we're not talking about her right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the issue is with you. Also, never in front of other people.
Yeah, stop my business.
Which is also easy because we don't have children. So
facts.
But
kids will tell on you. Mommy, remember you were cussing out Daddy yesterday while he was reading me a bedtime story. Kids just be telling all the business, boy, freely.
But yeah, never in front of other people. It's just very like in the confines of our own home. You know, we're a united front to the public. Period.
Yeah, this Vegas around here. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
No, touche out. You ain't wrong. Also, I think the biggest key, well, besides being physical, the next biggest key is only having the discussions when both parties are ready to discuss.
Fact.
A lot of church people are taught that you don't go to bed angry. You know, you don't let the sun sit
on your anger.
And that's a lie.
Lie.
Because coming back to a situation after you have taken time to like logically process and think about it, and you know, even gather your words, you know, because I'm really good at arguing on the spot because I have a very slick mouth. Oh, but you give me time to think about it. You give me time to think about it.
Points will be made.
So many points will be made. It's just, it's gonna be rolling and rolling and rolling.
Receipts
and rolling and rolling.
will be had and presented.
Yes. Which didn't always work for us. Because even though I like to gather my points, when I'm ready to talk, I'm ready to talk. Because I have my points and you're going to sit here and listen to what I have to say. But Ahmaad takes a lot longer to process.
Ooh,
he takes like 4 to 5 business days. And I do mean business days.
After I take 2 weeks.
To even say that there's something wrong.
Hello? I'm better now, but...
Yes, but still, you still take a long time to process. Which, and let me rephrase that. It's not a long time. It's just longer than what it takes me to process. Because there's a difference.
Yeah. I ain't feel no type of way about it. I don't care.
No, still, I just want to clarify.
I get it.
But having the conversation when both parties are ready to discuss leads you to a more productive solution and conversation and seeing a way out, and understanding, and even compromise.
Yes.
And a quicker apology, right? Because like you're ready to discuss.
And you mean it.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're ready.
Yeah.
Because when you're upset, I'm sorry, get over it, type of thing. You know? Like,
because I said what I said and that's it.
That's it.
That's really it. Another thing that we have done to really help us, I guess, fight fair, which I won't even say that this is necessarily fighting per se, but using a lot of I statements. We talked about this in season 1 of Hood Tales, which is crazy. We're in season 3, but nonetheless. In season 1 of Hood Tales, when we were talking about communication and being key, which is all of what this is, I talked about how when we first got married, I was doing like 95% of the household stuff, and it started to bother me slightly. And so instead of coming to Ahmaad to being like, you don't do this, or you never do this, or you blah blah blah, I changed it to, I was like, you know, I would really appreciate it if you could help me do this, because one, it takes ownership of my feelings, which is the way I'm feeling because I want to talk about it, and it's not received as blame. It's received as me searching for a solution and you being the answer. And that difference, thank you. That difference is really, it just shifts a mindset in the way in which you receive the criticism, which I don't know if I would necessarily even, depending on the situation, if I would receive that as criticism, but literally like, you are looking for me to solve this area. Whether or not it's been a problem, you're just looking for me to solve it. And you're asking for my help to solve it. And so even in fighting, that's also, I feel like, could be a really big key. which is something that I still try to use even when we have, you know, disagreements. After I've taken my 2 to 3 business days of silence to gather myself, to calm down, that I come back and I'm like, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
This is how what you did made me feel.
Yeah.
Because it's not even pointing the blame, it's just getting it all out.
Yeah.
Because I need to know that I said it all, so that way we don't have to have this conversation again.
Also, when you are leading with I statements, it tends to land softer with you know, with your partner. And it's like she said, it's not placing blame. And if you get into a space, of course, you know, in relationships, well, you know, you did this, you did that, you know, all you're gonna hear is somebody complaining. But if you're leading with the I statement, most people are gonna see it as a complaint and understand that it's a complaint, but they won't be like, oh my God, I can't believe she complaining about this again.
Yeah.
Versus, oh man, you know what? Let me fix that. Let me help fix this. It's better. It's a little bit of sugar on top of the poison. I don't know.
Not poison.
Not poison. You get what I'm saying, okay?
Yeah, I mean, because even how we said in last week's episode, it provides a solution. You're acknowledging the problem and providing a solution in the same breath.
Yep.
Which, you know, I think is also a really big part of fighting fair, because you do have to come to a resolution at some point.
That's true.
There has to be a resolution somewhere along the way. In searching for the compromise, I'm an Office fanatic. It is top 2 favorite TV shows of all time. I have watched it 1,000,001 times.
Ain't gonna watch it 1,000,001 more.
Yeah, currently I restarted it this week. So I don't know if that's a sign of my mental health state or not, but that's fine. In the office though, Michael decides that he's gonna do some conflict resolution between the castmates, and he talks about the 3. I was cracking up thinking about the scene. He talks about the 3 ways to resolve conflict. There's lose-lose, okay, win-win, and compromise, which according to Michael is the worst of them all.
Because I want to win.
And but in all seriousness, looking at situations with that resolution of lose-lose, win-win, and compromise, because compromise is literally both lose-lose and win-win together.
Yes.
And I hate compromising, so
yes.
I'm talking to y'all as I am also talking to myself, because I'm going to win.
Yes. And lose.
And
compromise.
To win.
That's what you're going to do.
At all costs. I'm going to win at all costs.
At the beginning of season 3, episode 1, we talked about apology languages and how you like to be apologized to, and that is making restitution, accepting responsibility, plan change, expressing regret, and request forgiveness. So again, like I said, you want to learn how to forgive if you're going to stay in relationships. So okay, so how did you learn how to forgive after a fight in our relationship?
It's a very good question, because I am a grudge holder. You know, to know anything about me is to know I will I will hold on to a grudge until Jesus come back in an eternity after that. Do you hear me?
2 eternities.
Because don't play with me. And it don't take much to have me have a grudge.
When I say it don't take much, size of a mustard seed.
It's very easy for me to be like, you are on my shit list forever.
Ever.
But when it comes to you, which is probably, I don't know if it's an unfair thing or if it's a good thing, but I have just as I cannot talk. I have an amazing amount of grace for you that I do not have for anyone else. But in that same breath, I also don't. Because you are the only person in the world that knows me better than I know myself, right? And so for you to do something that hurts me, bothers me,
betray you,
but feels like a betrayal, whatever, hurts me more than anybody else could, right? And so for me, especially because I feel like it was very, like, me having to forgive felt very early in our marriage. It was really kind of like weighing it out. You know what I'm saying? Like weighing out, oh, okay, like maybe we really was too young to get married. You know what I'm saying? And really just weighing out whether or not in 5 years down the road, if this behavior continued, would I still be okay? And then also weighing out in 3 months, does this happen again? Or if it doesn't, am I okay? Like if he does this one time and it never comes up again, am I good? You know what I'm saying? And of course, we have clarified, like, no, mine never did no infidelity or nothing like that. Do I feel like this behavior is a matter of who he is? Or is this a matter of me not voicing the fact that this was going to be a problem? You know?
That, yeah.
And so, because I've asked, after a fight or after a disappointment, if I'm setting you up to fail. You know, are my expectations too high? Which is a valid question. Because if I am expecting more of you than what you can give, I either need to A, lower my expectations, or find somebody that can meet them. And that just is what it is.
Yeah.
And so I think for me, for forgiving after a disappointment, a disagreement, an argument, whatever the case, a fight, it really took me asking you that question and therefore giving you the time to show me.
Yeah.
And so I didn't forgive or let stuff go until
you saw the change.
Not only that, I am a mental timeline person. So I told myself, we're gonna give him 60 days. We're gonna have 60 days. And if this pops up again, I have my answer.
I get that.
I have my answer. And if it doesn't, I also have my answer. And then it can be tossed into the sea.
I get that.
Not a forgiveness, but more so of it ain't an issue.
It's behind me.
No, just more so of it ain't an issue.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what my sea of is. It ain't never see it forgiveness, just a sea of it ain't an issue no more. So that's how I really forgive you after a fight. Other people, you can just kiss my ass.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really care. And when I say I don't really care, that usually is me letting it go. And that's it. I'm not big on forgiveness. I'm more so of letting it go. I don't really forgive. I just let it go. You know, like it no longer bothers me. You know. What? Are you having newfound discoveries in this conversation?
Not really.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
So, how do you forgive me after a fight? Easy. I'm just kidding.
Seemingly yes, but no. No. As much as I would like to think that I'm not a grudge holder, I am.
You are.
I am a tally marker. I won't forget what you did. I won't forget. I'll take that back. I might forget what you did, but I won't forget what you said. And when it comes to Raven gonna say something. Okay? That mouth. I am a strong man. I need to say this off the mic, okay? Because that mouth, Jesus.
First of all,
okay?
If you just take this as a clip, it sounds like a different connotation.
A G.
Sorry. I'm like, you just keep saying it. I'm like, this gonna sound real crazy. So I just hop on the episode right here.
Okay, well, cut that out.
I'm leaving that in. It's just funny.
But seriously, like, y'all don't know how smart this woman mouth is. Yeah, mouth smart as ever. And then she know how to cut you down. That's what I will say. As much as she can build you up, she know how to cut you down.
I am my mother's daughter.
But I also think that's what the Lord gave men. I mean, gave women. He gave men strength, gave women mouths. But, you know, whatever.
That sounds very misogynistic.
Okay. Is it?
A little bit.
Why do you feel like that?
Because God gave men strength and gave women mouths.
I'm not saying women aren't strong, but you can tear a man down with your mouth.
You ain't never seen Why I Get Married? Trina thought you would like this. Well, Trina lied. What is that? What's your point?
What's your point?
Go back to your comment.
Okay, yeah, cut this out.
No, I'll leave that in.
Please. So like when she would say stuff to me like early on, I would be like, man, she really said that. Oh, okay.
What'd I say? Sorry, go ahead, finish.
Be like, man, she really said that or whatever, you know, and I would just hold it in my brain, you know. Conversation would we talk, you know, hash out whatever we need to hash out. She said how she felt. I said how I felt. And we would, you know, attempt to move on. And as we moved on, great, you know. I'm not repeating behaviors. We are in a good place. But I still have not forget. I didn't forget. Okay, that's just me at my core. I don't know why, but it is what it is. You know. And to be perfectly honest, I always usually bring stuff up later on to be like, hey, do you still feel like this? Mm-hmm. Do you still feel like that? Mm-hmm. You know, to really see where we are. You know, because I don't want to be like, oh man, we're in such a good place. We're in such a good place. Not really, if you're still feeling, you know, like this. So, and really after hashing out, you know, my feelings, you know, and bringing it back up and asking her how she feel about X, Y, and Z. And more so, when I brought it up, I had already let it go. I had already forgave what I might have felt like was an offense or, you know, something like that. So, and now, you know, I don't really hold too much, like, I don't hold on to her words tight like that. Because in the moment, you know, I'm quite sure my wife means what she says. But also at the same time, you know, in the heat of the moment, in arguments, excuse me, we're in just that, you know, we're arguing. So everything that's being said isn't, you know, on a Hallmark card, you know, and it's not always meant to edify you in an argument. So I'm not taking that and being like, oh yeah, and I'm holding it against her. Not anymore. You know, I used to, but I don't. I just forgive and do my best to keep it pushing.
And I would have said.
Oh, you want to know now?
Yeah, I want to know.
Girl, go to the next thing.
Ain't no next thing.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said what I had said.
Okay. Take us out. Say the benediction.
To recap, some of the best parameters for fighting fair is to not cuss. I don't know, I be cussing on here sometimes, but like that's different than like cussing at argument. I just, you know, I be cussing sometimes, but it's not a matter of cussing, you know, with intention at him, because there's a difference.
It is.
But not cussing, leaving your family out of it, don't be calling nobody bald-headed grannies or nothing like that. Never in front of other people. So definitely fighting, you know, if we have a disagreement out in public, oh, okay, bet, because when we get in this car, I'm gonna let you have it. Never physical. Don't put your hands on me unless you want to end up 8 feet under. Ain't that what Medea said?
Yeah.
Beat them down. 2 more feet. Why would you say that? Anyway, also having discussions with both parties are ready to discuss. Using I statements, searching for the compromise, and forgiving. Ultimately, that's really the keys to fighting fair.
Yeah.
Do you have a hood highlight for today's episode?
In relationships, you're gonna fight. That is inevitable, honestly. So just learn how to fight. You don't always have to hit below the belt as it pertains to your partner. You can say how you feel and get your point across effectively without fighting dirty in your relationship. How about you? Hood highlight?
I like the low blow thing. We should have added that as a point. I like that. But even let me think. My hood highlight would have to be just learning that every fight don't have to be knucking and bucking and ready to fight. And I think some topics may take you there without, like, actually physically putting your hands on somebody. And I think some topics require that, truthfully, that level of intensity. But the biggest key in fighting fair too is just listening, which is hard to do in the heat of the moment. So I don't really care what you gotta say. I say what I gotta say. End of story. But also I feel like it's part of the compromise is you can't get to a compromise unless you're listening as well.
Yes. That's good.
Thank you. That's 2 that's goods in this one episode, okay? Thank you all for listening.
So much.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all, truly.
So much.
Truly. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at _Raven Camille.
Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at _The Gentleman's Groomer.
If you would like to watch the visual version and see our beautiful faces, you can do so on YouTube on my YouTube channel, Raven Camille TV. You can also just search Hood Tales, and it will pop right on up. Tap in and subscribe. Yes. Subscribe while you're there.
And hit the bell so you'll get the notification.
Period, mods. Plug my YouTube channel, okay? Leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcast at. Yes. It helps us get more visuals, more visible on the platforms, all the things. Follow the podcast page on Instagram at Hood Tales Podcast. And if you have any advice questions or topics that you would like us to cover, feel free to email us at hoodtalesadvice@gmail.com.
Facebook. Any Hood Tales?
Oh yeah, we're also on Facebook. The podcast also has a page on Facebook. It is just the name of the podcast, Hood Tales with Raven Ahmaad Hood. Until next time, y'all. Bye.
See you.